audiobook I want to read. I'm actually going to be listening to it because I'm about to rearrange my room today and tomorrow, and I really want to go through a bunch of my clothes and post some stuff on Depop, so I'm going to be listening to the audiobook with my beats. I'm going to be listening to When in Rome by Sarah Adams. It's a part of the little interconnected series. I read Practice Makes Perfect, but I haven't read this, and this is on my TBR for this month, so I figured I'll just listen to it, and I don't know how long this is going to take. I'm basically like deep cleaning and going through my whole room. Yeah, I actually don't have the physical copy of this, and I don't have it on Kindle, so I might just be listening to the whole book. But I'm very excited. I know the main two characters, the guy is like from a small town and he bakes, and she's like a famous pop star that's going to this little small town. That's the gist of it. But yeah, I'm gonna listen to this and clean my room, and I will come back whenever I have any updates. I look actually terrible. Hold on. Does this cover it up a little? Anyways, this is my outfit from earlier. I was completely redoing my room. Here's a little spiel. Not a part of this video, but I ordered an Ikea bed frame, or I went and picked it up, and it was from the as is section because it was a little bit damaged, but you know, whatever, it wasn't that damaged, and it was like $100 cheaper, so I was like, whatever. So I got it. We're putting it together, and there's black pieces, and it's a white bed frame. And I'm like, okay, why is there black pieces? Maybe it'll just go underneath. No, they actually gave us one wrong box. So I didn't finish my bed today, or my room today, but this is what she's looking like. I took all my books off my bookshelf, and there's some of the bed frame. She's just a mess. Anyways, in other news about the book, I actually used up all of my audiobook time on Spotify for this month, which is actually so annoying. I didn't even know that was a thing. So I went to go on Audible to do a subscription for there to see how much it was. And I did 3 months for 99 cents a month. So I did that. And tell me why you pay for an Audible subscription, but you still have to buy books on there. I didn't find one free audiobook. What is that about? I'm confused. But I did end up buying When in Rome on Audible. When you sign up, you get 1 free credit, and the credits are what you buy the books with. I don't know. I'm still figuring it out, so if anyone knows how that works, let me know. So I'm on chapter 12. I have 4 hours and 8 minutes left. I obviously don't have the physical copy like I said, so I'm not really sure where that's at in the book. But I'm loving it so much. I loved Practice Makes Perfect, so I already knew that I was gonna like this because some of the characters that I liked in that one, it's the start of their story in this one, because like I said, this is the first one. So it follows Noah and Amelia, and she is on the run. She wants a quick little getaway because her life has become overwhelming and she doesn't really know who she is anymore. Like, it's all a facade for the fame because she's a famous pop star. She's like Taylor Swift level famous. So she goes to this little town, and it's dark at night, and her phone has no service, and then her car breaks down, and this guy is like knocking at her window, and that is Noah, as we know. And he is like grumpy, but he was like, you know what, you can't stay out here, like your car is broken, you can stay at my house. So she ended up sleeping in his house in the guest room. So it's kind of like forced proximity because she's staying there with him because her car needs fixing and she can't leave, and she doesn't want to go back yet because she is starting to enjoy this small town. Like, no one really is obsessed with her, so it's kind of like a nice escape from the city life and the popular famous life. But I'm absolutely eating it up. I'm absolutely loving it. I love that it's dual point of view. I don't remember if Practice Makes Perfect is dual point of view. I'm pretty sure it is though. But I love Sarah Adams books. They're just so like cute and wholesome, and there's not a lot of spice, so it's literally like just the romance, and I don't know, it's so cute. But I love the small town vibes. I love Noah's sisters. He has 3 sisters, and Practice Makes Perfect is about the youngest sister. It's cute to like see her before what I've already read, if that makes sense. I don't know. I'm enjoying it very much, but I kind of want to read something before I go to bed instead of listen to it. So I'm gonna read something on my Kindle. Let me go get that because I already moved my nightstand over there. Okay, Heartless Hunter is what I'm gonna be reading. I started this honestly a while ago. It's been like a few weeks, but I didn't get that much into it. I think I started it and then I had to read other books for other videos, so I just didn't pick it up. I'm literally only 10 pages in. Yeah, the only thing I know so far is she's an undercover witch, and there's a bunch of witch hunters, and they're like going after the witches in the town, and one of them was like her nan that died, and then I don't know, it's actually very confusing. I'm not gonna try to explain it because I don't know enough to explain it. I'm gonna read this and go to bed soon. I am tired and I am cold, so I'm about to get comfy and just read on my Kindle until I go to bed. So little bit of an update. It's the next day. I read not that much of Heartless Hunter last night. I'm on chapter 4, 6% into it. Yeah, basically it's kind of like upper class is the witch hunters and the normal people, and then there's the lower people, which is the witch sympathizers, and the witches, which if they are a witch they literally get killed. I didn't get a whole bunch, but basically our main character is the Crimson Moth, and basically is this person that helps free the witches before they get killed, and no one knows who it is except for our main character and like 2 of her friends, I think, which are in this little like group where they're witch haters but they're actually like undercover. And then I found out on the 4th chapter whose point of view it was in, and it is her best friend's brother, who is this like major witch killer, witch hunter, and that's kind of insane. But yeah, and update on When in Rome. I've been listening to it a lot today because if you cannot tell by my camera angle right now, my room is not the same as it was yesterday. It's actually way worse. There's my new bed frame. My bed is in the middle of my room and my bookshelves are over here, and all of my books are not in fact on my bookshelves. I'm going to Ikea for the 5th time because I'm missing a part, and I didn't know that this didn't come with the like wooden thing with the wooden lines that goes in the bed frame. Anyways, I need to get that so I can finally finish my room. Besides the point, I've been listening to When in Rome. I'm loving it. It's so cute, just like comforting. It's kind of like found family in the fact that she found like her home, so I'm really enjoying that. But I'm almost done. I am on chapter 32. I have 43 minutes and 57 seconds left. I was like listening to it. I was like, oh, they're so cute. All of a sudden they just started caring for each other so much, and they would have these vulnerable moments together, and it was so wholesome and cute. And then it was saying she has to leave in a week. It's only been a week. It's only been a week. All this stuff has happened, and I feel like they're moving so fast for them just meeting a week ago. What? They're talking about like some serious feelings, and they met a week ago because her car is in the shop and it'll be fixed in 2 weeks, and then she's going back, but it's only been a week. It's not adding up. But those are my only qualms with this book. But I'm definitely enjoying it. I think that I have so far enjoyed the second one more than this one, just because I feel more relatable and connected to the characters in the second one. Because obviously I'm not going to relate to a famous pop star. I might relate to some other stuff, but the other one is just more relatable to me and more enjoyable. But yeah, I'm going to go to sleep right now because I'm so tired from doing my room today. It was so exhausting. And I have to wake up early tomorrow to finish it. So I was going to finish this tonight, but I'm actually going to finish this hopefully tomorrow morning, and I will come back whenever I'm done with it. And I kind of want to pick up Book Lovers. I'm just in such a romance mood, which is weird because one of my last videos was about fall, and I was so ready for fall and fantasy books, and then it's like I talked about it and got it out of my system, and I'm ready for romance books again. But I think I'm gonna pick up Book Lovers because I'm almost done with it, and I am enjoying that book so much. It's a possible 5-star. Charlie and Nora's banter is top tier right now. It's so good, and I want to see how their story goes. Also, I'm sorry I'm not filming a whole bunch. I'm just doing this chill mood reading vlog type video, even though it's not really a vlog. I've just talked about some other stuff that's not book related. But sorry I'm not talking too much or filming a lot. My room is in shambles right now, so it's not very cute to watch me read in here. Hopefully I will finish my room tomorrow and I'll give you guys a little quick tour. But yeah, I will see you tomorrow when whatever happens happens. It's the next day and I have been very busy today, but I did finish When in Rome. I actually finished it this morning, but I did not have time to update you guys, so I apologize about that. I enjoyed this book. Like I said, I definitely think that I enjoyed Practice Makes Perfect better. The only things that I feel like I didn't like is it is insta love, because like I said, the whole thing happened within like a week and a half to 2 weeks. That was like the whole book, and that's insane. But I also have things I did like, such as the small town, everyone knows each other, found family aspect, finding herself, but it's not amazing. I think I'm gonna settle on a 3.5 for When in Rome. It's a good book and I would recommend it, but it's just not a favorite of mine. But I did enjoy reading it, so that counts for something. Don't know what my next read is gonna be, not gonna lie. So currently, Heartless Hunter, Book Lovers, Heartless. I think those are the only 3 books that I'm in the middle of reading right now. Honestly, because I finished When in Rome and it was very romance cutesy, fluffy. I think that I am more towards Heartless Hunter right now, so I think I'm gonna pick that up for a little bit and read. My room is kind of done. My bed is over here, my bed frame is up. Everything is where it's supposed to be, except my books are not on my bookshelf yet. There they are. There's my bookshelf, obviously. My new little reading corner area, but they're not done, and my back hurts so bad. I did a friend's nails today along with finishing my room, so I am worn out and I'm tired, so I'm just gonna read for a little bit and I'm gonna eat because Colin's bringing food, and then I'll read some more before I go to bed and I will update you then. A cozy little update time. I have my pineapple, which is actually the best pineapple that I've ever gotten. Colin picked it out and he slayed so hard because it's so good. But anyways, as you saw, I was outside, I was tanning. Here's my tan line. And I was reading Heartless Hunter on my Kindle. I read it a lot this morning, and I read a lot last night, honestly. I didn't read that much today, but I read a lot last night. I am 59% into it on page 240. So I thought I would give a little update on how I was feeling about it. Last night, I did not want to put it down. I told myself I'm gonna read until this little scene is over because I was switching between Rune and Gideon's point of view. And I was like, okay, I just need to see what happens. Like, I'm not going to bed until I see what happens. And so it's definitely good. It's keeping me on my toes at some points. I'm very interested to see how it goes. She's a witch and she's a crimson moth trying to save other witches because you get killed if you're a witch. So she's trying to save them. Her disguise is being like a socialite, super rich, gossips all the time, just so no one will suspect that she's actually the crimson moth. And she's trying to get information, so she goes to Gideon, who is the most famous witch hunter. He's so cruel and he like started the revolution. But it was interesting because that is actually one of her best friend's brother, and I kind of liked the best friend. His name's Alex, so I'm interested to see how that goes because obviously that's not going to go over well, but at the same time I actually really do like the moments that they've had between Gideon and Rune. I'm very interested in it to see how it goes because obviously witch hunter and witch, it's not going to go well. I want to finish it today. It says I have 3.5 hours left of reading on my Kindle, and I want to read Book Lovers, but I really want to finish it. I don't have that much left, and then that'll probably be the end of this video. Also, update on my room. Everything is in its place, but I just still haven't put all my books back on my bookshelf, so I think that's exactly the same how it was when I last showed you, but I just haven't put them up yet. Hopefully I will before this video is over because I told you guys I would show you. But anyways, I'm gonna eat my pineapple and I'm gonna read a little bit more of this book. I just read chapter 37. What in the world is going on right now? I can't say it because it's a spoiler, but what is going on? This book is so good. I'm loving this book. I don't think I've read a book where it's witch and witch hunter, but I'm eating it up. And I like how it's old-timey, but it's like not hard to read. Like they go to balls and they get all fancy and they have events and stuff. And the thing that just happened was at an event, which was insane. Anyways, I'm gonna keep reading. I will come back with any updates that I have. Maybe when I finish this book. I'm now 64% done, so it's just so fast-paced. It's young adult, so it's super fast-paced and easy to read, and I'm eating it up. If it looks like I've been crying, I have been, because what the actual heck was that ending? I am actually spiraling right now because why did that short little young adult fantasy make me so connected to the characters that what happened at the end made me actually bawl my eyes out? I was actually like verbally crying. But I finished Crimson Moth. Obviously. I have no idea what I'm gonna rate it because it was actually so good. It's at least a 4.5 stars. Like, speechless right now. There was plot twists that I didn't even expect coming until they mentioned a little bit of foreshadowing. The romance was so good. It was a completely forbidden romance, obviously, because between the witch and the witch hunter. And there's also what I talked about before, how there's the friend group and the ending, insane. I know there's the second book. I don't know if that's the last book, but I know there's a second book, and I don't know when it comes out, but I'm definitely gonna continue this series. I'm absolutely obsessed with this book. I'm actually gonna go look up fan art and people talking about it on TikTok and Pinterest because I just need a second. And I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna read Book Lovers in a little bit, but at the moment I'm gonna relish in this book a little bit. I haven't had this in a few books where I just have to keep reading and I can't put it down because I'm enjoying what's happening and I need to know what's happening. And also the romance was making me have like reactions, and obviously I bawled my eyes out at the ending. I really enjoyed her writing. It was such fast paced. It made me so connected to the characters and it made me hurt so much at the end. It was just saying like the perfect things that would really just break my heart. You know, sometimes I needed that. But anyways, I'm gonna come back in a little bit whenever I start Book Lovers or a different book. I don't know. But I kind of want something that has a happy ending. This obviously did not have a happy ending. It's very cliffhanger. I need to know what happens. So I kind of want a nice little romance where I know they'll end up together in the end. I will come back whenever I read that. So I've been reading Book Lovers for a little bit this morning. Update, last night I went on TikTok and I didn't want to read last night, but I was just relishing in Heartless Hunter last night and on TikTok, and I just didn't want to pick up a book. It was just so good. I just wanted to relish in it. So I decided to put the books back on my bookshelf, as you can see. Don't know why. I went to bed at like 3 a.m. because I just wanted to do that because I felt like I wasn't doing anything, so I had to do that. Annoying that Spotify has limit on audiobooks because I would have listened to the audiobook of this because I love the audiobook of Book Lovers. I feel like the narrator fits Nora so well, but of course it doesn't renew until like 8 more days, so that really sucks. And I canceled my Audible subscription, by the way. I talked about that earlier. I'm paying for 1 credit a month and that's 1 book. I think that that's insane, so I'm just gonna, you know, I used my 1 credit for When in Rome, but I canceled it and I'm just gonna stick with Spotify for now. But I'm gonna have to end this video here. This book, I have I think exactly 100 pages left. I don't know if I'm gonna put me finishing this in a video, and if not, you can follow my Goodreads to see what I end up rating it. I love this book so much. Every single one of Emily Henry's books is just like a comfort book where once I finish it, I immediately want to reread it. I just have such a deep connection with every single one of her books that I've read. So, of course, I love this. I love Nora and Charlie's relationship. They're both sharks, is what Nora is called in her workplace. They both work in publishing and editing books. They're like workaholics. And then they go to this small town. She's on like a getaway with her sister, and then Charlie ends up being there, and they have this list of things that her and her sister want to get done, of like living in a little small town, and she does that. And then she also meets up with Charlie again because they had an interaction before. It was just a really bad interaction, but they were spending time together, and I don't know, I love it so much. I literally love it so much. And here's my little sister Lauren, and they say if you are an older sister you will love this book, and I am of course an older sister. She's just watching me. But yeah, so very much enjoying this. On to Heartless Hunter though. I'm gonna settle on a 4.5 rating. I enjoyed it very much, but I think that I enjoyed it more towards the end, like the last half slash 3/4. The whole book just wasn't good enough for it to be a 5-star. But I will be thinking about that book, and I am definitely reading the next book when it comes out. I think I read that it comes out next year in like February or something. I don't know, I could be wrong, but love that book. And then When in Rome, I love that book too, but it was like a 3.5 I think I said I settled on. Definitely gonna read more of Sarah Adams' books. I've read When in Rome and Practice Makes Perfect, but I enjoy both of them very much, and I love how sweet and no spice and just cute her books are. So anyways, those are all the books for today's video. I'm gonna show you a little bookshelf tour slash room tour, except I will tell you that my room is kind of messy right now because Lauren has been in here destroying it. I'm basically just gonna show you my reading corner. I haven't moved anything on my walls, by the way, either. I want to get some things printed that I ordered on Etsy to put on my wall, but I just haven't got around to do it. So my stuff that was above this bookshelf whenever it was over here, I haven't moved, so it's still over there even though my bookshelf is here. So anyways, I'm gonna show you guys now. Here's my little reading area. First we have my little table. Here's Milo's box fan that he has because he gets hot. Here's my table with my morning coffee that I had earlier. Just some flowers, some candles, my cameras. And then we go to my big bookshelf. Up top, I kind of have over here more serious books, fiction books, sadder books, stuff like that. And then over here I have some random romance books. And then I have this candle because the books fall over. Next, I have my other romance shelf. This is my favorite, Boys of Toman. Other favorite, Emily Henry, with my little souvenir from somewhere and all my seashells from beaches. And then my cowboy romances and some sports romances. Then we have my Sarah J Maas shelf. I know that the first book of ACOTAR is missing. My mom is reading it. I rearranged it. I think it looks good, and I feel like this dried flower is so good with this book. Next is my fantasy shelf, which is like all my favorite fantasy series that I've read. Then we go down here, my young adult shelf. I kind of displayed them differently. I don't know, I just like how it looks. And then this is my random shelf. This is some classics, some poetry, some fantasy, some romance. Just a little bit of everything that didn't make it on the other shelves. And then I have a little open spot. And then we have this little bookshelf. If you guys remember my other video, it was like barely filled. And the fact that it's basically filled now is kind of concerning. Anyways, this is my romance. And then we have my young adult shelf with my little Stars Hollow Gilmore Girls sign and my little RV fake plant. And then down here we have my fantasy shelf. And then I'm just going to show you my bed just because this bed frame took so long to get all the parts and put together. Ignore my cords. We're going to just hide that. Okay, anyways, got this bed frame from Ikea. It took me like a week to get all the stuff and put it together. Literally such a pain. But I love it. I love how high my bed is and all my clothes fit down here, so I got rid of my dresser. But here she is. Like I said, the mirror and stuff is still over there from when the bookshelf was over there. And, you know, here's my nightstand, my books, whatever. Anyways, that's all I'm going to show you because my room is messy. And yeah, that is the end of today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I definitely did enjoy mood reading, seeing how much I read in a week realistically without a designated challenge type video. Leave down in the comments any future video ideas that you guys want to see. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and like this video if you enjoyed it. And thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Bye!